I know. We are just weeks away from Christmas and the end of the year, and you want all the things, right? You still want to decorate cookies and do the holiday parties and get the best presents and make this season magical for you and your family. And you also want a week of just lounging around in your pajamas, and you don't want to feel stressed out and burned out and anxious about getting back to work after your holiday vacations are over, right? You truly want it all. In today's podcast, I'm offering you a little secret into what it takes to truly have it all this holiday season, and it's not exactly what you think. I'm also offering several practical ways to ensure this holiday season is full of joy and magic and presents. This episode is about having it all with a little twist. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Happy holidays, working moms. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to be here. I'm actually on a walk right now, enjoying the brisk, cold breeze as I write this podcast today. My fingers are very numb as I'm writing this, but I have all of the feels of the season right now. And if that's not where you're at, if you're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or sad or whatever emotion is that you might be feeling around the holidays, I want you to know it's okay. You don't have to be somebody that loves the holidays. You don't have to be someone that wants to make it magical. There is a lot of expectations that come with the holidays. Some of that is put on us by others. A lot of it comes from ourselves and our own expectations of what we want the holidays to be and what we want it to be for our kids and what we should be doing for our families during the holiday season. But I want to give you permission right now to just let it all go. You get to make the holidays whatever you want them to be. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here today on the podcast. This is going to be very holiday focused because I want to help you manage this season with more ease and a lot less stress. We're only a couple of weeks away from Christmas, and so there's plenty of time to make the holidays what you want them to be. Okay, so this phrase has come up a lot during this holiday season from friends, from clients, from just women in general. Here it is. What I hear around the holidays is I just want it all. I want to go to the holiday parties. I want to buy the perfect gifts. I want to shop locally. I want to cook and eat good food. I want to decorate the house extravagantly. And I also want to just hang out in my PJs for the day. And I want to linger over a good book, or I want to get out of town. And I don't want to see any of my family at all. And I just want to go to Hawaii or somewhere warm. And I want to do something totally different without feeling guilty about it, right? Whatever your version is of wanting it all during the holidays, it's about magic and kind of wanting the holiday magic of some kind, but not wanting all of the stress, right? You want to get out of Dodge and travel, and you want the cozy turkey dinner with laughter and family sitting around the table, right? You want it all. And you're an ambitious person, so likely you, in fact, do try to do a lot of these things during the holidays. But my hunch is that for many of you, wanting it all, kind of immediately, you like cringe at the stress and the burnout and the exhaustion that comes along with that, right? And it's also really hard to let go of some of those experiences, some of those expectations, some of the magic that you are trying to create. So what do we do with that, right? That's sort of the question I want to answer here today on this podcast. But here's the thing. I actually don't think you want it all. You don't want to do it all. You don't want to check all of the things off of your to-do list. You don't want the perfect gifts. You don't want the perfect holiday meal. You don't want to do all of the things. I mean, you sort of do, but even more than that is that you actually want to feel the emotions that come along with doing those things. Let me explain it in another way. I want you to take 20 seconds and walk yourself through this little visualization with me. If you can, close your eyes. If you're driving, obviously don't do that, but literally stop for a moment and take in what I'm about to walk you through, this visualization. Okay? So I want you to imagine you're starting work and it's Monday, January 6th, 2025. The holidays are over. And as you look back over the holiday season, you feel pride. You feel this sense of satisfaction. And actually, as you think about it, a smile crosses your face because you focused on the things that really mattered. You were able to take time to rest. You were able to be with family, and you were able to manage all the dynamics in a way that felt really good to you. You were present. You experienced giggles and rest. You did all the things, and it was as perfect as it could have been. Take a moment and really let your brain visualize that. And then allow your body to experience all of those good feelings that come with it. Okay? You might even pause this episode for a moment and really, really see this in your mind. It feels so good, doesn't it? I mean, even as I talk this out and walk you through this visualization, a smile crosses my face as I think about what that experience is like for me. Can you describe the feeling that you feel as you visualize the holidays really going the way you want them to go? Or can you simply imagine how you would feel if you had managed to do all the things that you want to do without all of the stress and exhaustion? The feelings that come up for me are joy, like connectedness, like feeling really connected to my family, or just that feeling of being, I know this isn't really an emotion, but it's that feeling of being full, like you're absolutely bursting with joy. So here's what I want to offer to you. Whatever that feeling is that you want to feel after the holidays are over, whether it's joy or connectedness or fullness or rested or feeling at peace, whatever that emotion is that you want to feel after the holidays are over, after you've done all of the things and not felt all the stress and burnout and all those things, whatever that emotion is, that is the thing that you are chasing this holiday season. You are not actually chasing doing all of the things and checking all of the boxes and making sure that you create all of the magical memories for your kids this holiday season. You are chasing a feeling. Now, you might argue with me for a moment, right? And say, well, Rebecca, actually, I do want to do all of those things. And I want to create all of the beautiful, wonderful memories. And I want the amazing holiday meal. And I want the rest time. And I want the giggles. And I want 7 days in my pajamas. And to go to all of the holiday parties and to go to all the holiday activities at my kids' school. And I want to be happy. I want all of those things. Yes, I know you do. Of course you do. You're an ambitious person. I'm simply suggesting the reason that you want all those things is because you want to feel a certain way during the holidays. Or maybe for some of you, it's that you don't want to feel a certain way during the holidays, right? You want like the opposite of a particular emotion. You want to get to the end of the holidays, you want to get to January, and whether everything went perfectly or not, you want to feel joy. You want to feel like you were present and like you didn't miss out on the magic. You don't want to feel exhausted and like you need another vacation from the vacation, right? Last year, I had the most amazing holiday season. And as I look back and I remember a few things that happened, there was some things that stood out to me, right? There was the annual girls' night out where my mom and my daughter and me, we all get dressed up and we go see a Christmas performance of some kind. And then we go out to eat and we just laugh and smile, and my daughter gets she gets a new holiday dress every year. It's just this amazing, wonderful holiday memory and tradition that we have. And then last year was the first year we went to my parents' house actually for Christmas morning. They only live 30 minutes from us, but we decided to actually make a little mini vacation out of it. And we spent a couple of nights there, and we were there for Christmas morning, and we opened gifts, and Santa visited us during the night, and we enjoyed some mimosas, and we had local bagels. My heart feels so full as I think about that experience, right? I took off almost the entire time during that holidays. I didn't work at all. When the kids were off, we planned some outings together. I remember I was actually even supposed to take the kids sledding, but we didn't do it this time around because it just felt like a little too much. And so it was one of those things that we decided to cancel last minute. I made sure that we weren't totally overscheduled so we can actually relax and enjoy holiday movies and just be around the Christmas tree and smell the pine of a freshly cut tree. And there was plenty of space for decorating and lights and going to go see lights and hot chocolate. And there was leisure, rest, holiday activities, magical moments. It was amazing. It was full, but it wasn't too full, right? I felt so connected to my loved ones. And as I look back, there's gratitude, appreciation. And I want that same experience this year, and I want the same thing for you. Notice how much of how I described this like magical holiday experience last year was through feelings. Did you hear all of that? Right? I felt full. I felt connected. I felt grateful. I felt appreciation. This is really an important reframe, right? Because if you want to experience a feeling during the holidays, then we actually need to start talking about the mindset and the priorities that's going to actually help you create those feelings. And I have a menu of options for you here today, ways of prioritizing things that I think are really important that's going to help unlock that experience of joy and connectedness and fullness and warmth and all the things that you want to feel during the holiday season. So we're going to jump into some practical ways that you can create this holiday feeling this year. So let's jump into this. These are several different ways that you can go about creating the feeling that you want to experience this holiday season, that feeling of joy, that feeling of connectedness, that feeling of presence, okay? Remember, that's the goal. It's a feeling state that you want to be at. It's not how do I get through all of my to-do list and how do I absolutely do everything that I want to do this holiday season? It's not that at all. It's actually how do I create the feeling? Okay, so that's the goal. Here's a few things I want to offer to you. The first one is that I want you to pick one or two non-negotiables for you this holiday season. These are the few things that you want to absolutely make sure that you make happen, right? Your brain needs to know what these are so that you don't let these things go, right? These aren't the things that kind of fall off or you decide not to do that you're going to end up being very resentful of if you let go of, okay? So for example, for me, I have two really important non-negotiables for me this year. The first one is cutting down a Christmas tree. It's actually something that we do right after Thanksgiving. It is a absolute priority for me because it is such a magical memory. I look forward to it all year long. My kids talk about it all year long. I am not willing to compromise on this. Actually, last year, my husband surprised me and my best friend and like sent us on a weekend trip right after Thanksgiving. And he had planned it for the day after Thanksgiving, like for 2 or 3 days. I can't really remember. And he was surprising me with it, though he told me that I was going to go somewhere. I just didn't really know what we were going to do. And I reminded him, I was like, look, we cut down a Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving. Like that's a non-negotiable for me. I have to do that. I have to do that with my kids. It's so special to me. And he actually changed all of our that weekend plans with my best friend to accommodate me cutting down a Christmas tree. That's how much of a non-negotiable it is for me. And as I look back on it, because my best friend was in town for it, like it was such a beautiful holiday memory. I'm so glad that we did that. But that's a non-negotiable for me. I wasn't going to let that go. No way. Even for a surprise trip my husband planned. The second thing for me this year, because we didn't get to do it last year, is I really want to take the kids sledding. I want to take them to the snow. They don't get to see snow every year unless we actually make a trek to the mountain to do it. And so this year, I absolutely want to make it happen. It's going to happen likely between Christmas and New Year's. But of course, I'm going to watch the weather on that one because I don't want to be trekking through piles and piles of snow. And so, but that is a non-negotiable. I've already talked about it with my husband. I already have a sense of where we want to go. I'm starting to reach out to some friends that want to maybe make a trip of it with us. So excited about it. Okay. So pick your non-negotiables, right? These are the things you're not going to let go of. I encourage you to only have a couple of them. The second thing that's going to be very important for you to create the feeling, remember the feeling of joy and presence and connectedness, is you must schedule in rest, right? This is the thing that falls to the wayside for women. It's like most women think rest is something that sort of happens if there is time. But of course, there's never actually going to be time to rest. It simply has to be a choice that you make to prioritize instead of getting something else done. I had a client reach out to me recently and told me that she had chosen to like let go of her to-do list and of work and just spend some quality time with her son one evening. And she was so proud of herself. I can't even remember exactly what they did together, reading or playing. Her son is quite little, but she was so proud of herself for prioritizing downtime with her family and letting rest and playtime be more of a priority. And for you, the way you guarantee that you have more rest and you have more downtime so that you can be more present and truly enjoy the holiday season is to schedule it in. I promise it's the easiest way. Another way to make sure that your holidays are filled with joy and rest and fun and magic is not just to schedule in rest time, but to schedule in off work time. Like, this is the time that you are literally out of the office, your out of office is on, you aren't getting notifications from work, they're totally off, you are not working, right? Your off time needs to be in your calendar. You literally need to block off your off time, right? For me, I looked at my calendar. I'm taking 3 days off at the Thanksgiving holiday. I am taking 2 weeks off at Christmas, and it was really important that I got my calendar out about a week or so before Thanksgiving is when I did this. And I looked at my calendar and I marked that time off because it helped me to create a plan to make sure that the goals that I wanted to achieve before the end of the year were actually possible for me. I remember for years I would actually struggle with taking time off around the holidays because there was always more to do. And I always felt behind, and I always felt like I wasn't hitting my goals in the way that I wanted to. And so there was this wishy-washy commitment for kind of when I was going to be off and when I was going to be working, which is really easy to do as an entrepreneur. And I didn't really know when I was going to be scheduling in kind of fun things with the kids. And even though there was, in fact, times of rest and there was times of working, in my mind, I always felt like I should be working because I never actually committed to being off. So then when I was off, I was sort of only half off because my brain always sort of thought I should be working, and I was feeling sort of guilty about that. And I would keep my email on. And then I was only half present with my kids during the break and during the kind of fun things that we were doing together. And then I felt terrible as a mom, right? You have to decide when you are off. When you're off work, make it a commitment, put it into your calendar. Okay, the next thing is that I want you to decide ahead of time what magical memories you are going to create for your kids this year. And it's okay if it looks different than other years or even other families. I mean, at the time that this podcast is going to be aired, you're just a couple of weeks away from Christmas, right? So what are the experiences that you want to create for your kids this year within this couple of week push to Christmas and to the end of the years? Is it baking cookies or decorating the house or the Christmas tree together, or going sledding like me, or drinking hot cocoa around a fire, or watching a Christmas movie together, or lounging around in your pajamas for several days, or going on a special mom kid date to a coffee shop, or volunteering in your kids' class for the holiday party? When you get to the end of the holidays and you look back, what holiday magical memory do you wish that you prioritized for yourself as a mom during the season, right? Now, you might hear all of those ideas and think, I want to do all of them. And I know that's great, but I want you to just pick a few that really stand out to you, that make you feel connected to your kids this holiday season, that make you feel like you're going to get to the end of the holidays and feel so proud of yourself, feel so connected to the holiday season. So I want you to pick just a couple and put those in your calendar. And here's the last suggestion for you this holiday season to really create the joy, to have the have it all feeling that you want to have at the end of the season. I want you to get out your to-do list right now, if you even can, and I want you to cut it in half. I want you to ruthlessly edit out all of the things that you really do not need to do this holiday season, that are just going to create more stress or more busyness and simply not add to the magic of the holiday season and be worth it to you. Maybe it's holiday cards, right? If you haven't done your holiday cards by now, it's probably time to let them go. Or maybe it's the extra gifts that you like to buy for your teachers or your neighbors. Nope, let them go. Maybe it's desserts like you love to bake, but store-bought is probably going to be fine this year. It's okay. What do you need to simply cut off of your to-do list to make time for these other things that truly fill you up and bring rest and make you feel really full of all of the holiday special magic this season? Like I said, I had a menu of options for you today to choose from on how to get to the end of the holiday season to feel full, to feel connected, to feel present, to be filled with joy. But remember, that is the goal. It's to feel something, right? It's not actually to do all of the things. We want to feel the experience of the holidays. And we do that by actually bringing focus, letting go of the things we can let go of, choosing our times to rest and to not work, and to really foster this experience of the holidays. And if you want even more ideas and you want to hear from other working moms that are simplifying the holidays, that are focusing on creating a lot of joy and magical memories this season, I want to make sure that you have joined my WhatsApp holiday community. This is actually a pop-up community. I started it several weeks ago that I created just for the holiday season to support you in creating the holiday experience you want. So there is a link to that in the show notes. Don't walk, run to get that link right now. Join us. There is so much magic going on in this group, so much support. I want you to be in it as well. And it's completely free. So it's another way, another avenue of support that you can have in order to create the wonderful, magical, all in experience that you want this holidays. Now, all of the ideas that I have mentioned here is going to really help you to sort of cut your tasks back to help you prioritize the things that really matter and edit out the things that truly don't. But the last thing that I want to talk to you about is the mindset, right? I want to offer one question for you. What is the mindset that you need to have during the holidays to help you truly focus on the things that matter most, to delegate and let go of the rest, to schedule in your priorities and keep to them, and ultimately to get through the holiday season and feel a sense of presence and joy and connectedness and just being full to the brim? What is the mindset that you need to have? I want to offer a couple to you. Maybe it's a mindset of empowerment, right? I just get to decide what's important to me. I deserve the holiday experience that I want. I get to do what I want to do. I am in charge of my time. Those are all sort of empowerment mindsets. Or maybe it's a mindset that sort of resets your expectations. Like, my family doesn't always need to agree with me, and that's okay. I get to do what I want to do, and they get to do what they want to do. That's okay. Or even, it's okay for people to be disappointed with my choices. I get to live my life my way. Or maybe what you need is a mindset on time. Like, there's plenty of time to get everything done that I really want to get done this season. Or even, I control my time. I'm in charge of my time. It's not about how much time I have, it's about how I use my time. Maybe it's a mindset of time that you need, or maybe it's a mindset on your work, like on your paid and unpaid work. Like my life is not about work. My off time is just as important as my work time. I work so that I can play. It's not the other way around. No one's going to die if I don't get all of my work done. That's a favorite of a lot of my clients, right? You can use one of those mindsets, or you can come up with one of your own, but I want you to think about the mindset, almost like a mantra for yourself, something that you can keep repeating to yourself over and over and over again. Write it down, post it all over the house, because that mindset is going to be key in helping you to stick to your priorities, let go of the rest, and truly experience the fullness of this holiday season. My friends, the holidays are like a little microcosm of your greater work-life balance habits, meaning that the things that tend to get in the way of you truly living a priority first life during the holidays and experiencing all of the joy and the fullness that life has for you during the holidays are also likely the same things that are getting in the way of you living a priority first life and being fully present outside of the holidays, right? The holidays simply magnify the work-life balance challenges that you have in your everyday life. And I point this out because there's some really good reflection here. There's insight into what's getting in the way, what it's going to take for you to really take back control of your time and your happiness. And what I want you to do is I actually want you to take that insight and I want you to bring it to a free coaching call with me so we can discuss how to help you be present and connected and calm, not just during the holidays, but during the other 11 months out of the year, right? On this free coaching call, I call this a breakthrough call. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about those insights, and we're going to talk about my two offers. I coach with my clients one-on-one for 6 months. And I also have a group coaching program called Ambitious and Balance, where the next cohort is starting in February, and we're going to talk about how I can help you actually reach your goals of being present and connected and taking back control of your time through coaching together. There's no more stressful holidays, my friends. No more overwhelm, no more burnout in your everyday life. I got you. 2025 is going to be your year of experiencing balance, controlling your time, prioritizing yourself and your family, and really feeling present for the amazing life that you have created. I can help. Your next steps is to learn about those coaching programs and connect with me by going to my website, www.rebeccaolsoncoaching.com, to learn more and schedule that free coaching call. All right, working moms, until next week, 1 week closer to Christmas, let's get to it. The next step to getting unstuck and having more days where you bounce out of bed feeling certain that you're doing exactly what you want to be doing, regaining your confidence, ending all of that negative chatter in your head, is to book a free breakthrough call. This is a strategy call where I will guide you through setting a vision for the life that you want to lead as a working mom, and then I'll lay out a plan for exactly how we will achieve that together through one-on-one coaching. You can book that call by going to RebeccaOlsonCoaching.com/book. All right, working moms, let's get to it.